speaking, I gave an assembly to 250 teenagers on Thursday, and somehow this is far, far scarier. I suppose it's because when it comes to me and Sam, you're far more likely to find us calling each other stupid names than making public declarations of love. But I suppose it's also because it's very rare in this life to have the opportunity to speak so openly about the things that matter to you the most. And you are all what matter to us the most. When we thought about all the important people in our lives and boiled it right down to an essence, we were left with you. Absolute rabble. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to say a few thank yous. And you know how much I love sentimental mush, so that's why you'll need drinks. So just have enough alcohol to keep you going. Clan Kirkham. I remember the first time I met you, I was so terrified. It was Grace's birthday meal, and I was meeting all of you in one go. But thankfully, within about half an hour, I was laughing my head off because you were all calling Sam Slug Lord. And I knew then I found somewhere that I wanted to stay. Somewhere where I could openly berate Sam without too much judgment. But seriously, somewhere where I really felt I could be myself. Thank you for welcoming me with such warmth and generosity, and for moulding Sam's sluggy self into the most remarkable person. I feel so very lucky to be called a Kirkham, and I can't wait for our clan adventures to come. I of course want to say something about our wonderful friends who've travelled far and wide to be here. You've brought beer, board games, and a hell of a lot of fun into our lives, and we love you. Here's to suddenly finding out that we're all supposed to be adults, and I couldn't think of a better bunch to navigate this life with. Cheers. Don't get too excited. Oh shit. Lizzie, Holly, Nina, Rachel, Abby, and Miranda. My beautiful, and dearest friends. Every one of them is younger than me, but I've always looked up to every single one. I really wanted to say something about you all on my wedding day, because without you, I couldn't really be this version of me.
It's sentimental, Holly.
Right, pipe down. These are the women who I've grown up with, who've walked home through the pitch black woods with me, who've read 19th century literature under parasols on the beach while everyone around us burns and parties. These are the women who I've clung on to at festivals, at mountains, on busy trains, who've run around Shoreditch screeching, "Schneek!" with me after far too many pints. These are the women who've always been ready to back me up in a fight. Thanks, Miranda. And who've indulged my obsessions with Austen, Tolkien, Sean Paul. These are the women who've held me close when I felt like things were falling apart. They've lived with me, challenged me, known me, and made me feel so very loved. You are my heroines. It's my one. Right. Sorry, guys. Nichols, you haven't escaped yet. Dan. Where's Dan? Dan. Sorry, I know your surname isn't Nicol, but I'm including you in this. Dan has been a member of our family for a long time now, and without him, I'd never have met Sam, so in that way alone, he's changed my life. But he's also encouraged me to think with a more critical mind, to challenge and to reflect. Dan, whilst we may not have many more, maybe we do, deep conversations whilst off our heads and can be left in us, I do look forward to all the ones that we do have left. my awesome soul brother. And to my parents and my sister. Where do I start? Every time I started to note down ideas, I find myself daydreaming about our holidays around here, singing along to Prince in the car, laughing and dashing through torrential rain in Aberystwyth, not Cardigan, apparently had a false memory, and the sound of waves on Newgale Beach at night. My family has filled my life with music, and have always known exactly the right song to play at exactly the right time, and have loved me without condition. Mum, Dad, Lou, through all the triumphs, the doubts, and the beautiful and ordinary every day, you've been there, and you've been my true friends. Thank you. Family and friendship. Cheers.
Yeah.
Now, it wouldn't really be a wedding day speech if I didn't say a few words about the gorgeous love of my life. Frank. Frank. No, sorry, that was very predictable.
It's the best man who's supposed to roast me. Not 2 in 1 night, please.
Saturday, 16th of October, 2016 was one of the most important days of my life. I wrote in this diary here, I don't know why I brought it, it feels like a bit of a relic of our relationship. But I wrote in this diary about how important that day was, because later I knew I'd be asking Sam if he wanted us to be together, if he wanted to start our life as a couple. And I have a suspicion that later he's going to try and tell you about how a few weeks previously I brutally rejected him, but I'm going to wait until you tell that story, assess the damage, and then set the record straight, because I know it's going to be wrong. This particular Sunday was magic. We walked to Adam and Eve, my local at the time, that we'd both grown to love, and I remember sitting across the table from him as he smiled and said, yeah. We sat
There was
there.
more to it than that. It wasn't as casual as that.
We sat there suspended in a moment of joy and disbelief for a long time. And here we are, 5 years and 1 week later, and I'm so delighted you said yes to me again today. Sam, I haven't met everyone in the world, but I can say for damn sure that there's no one else like you. So I want to close with a couple of thank yous for you. Thank you for your manic laughter that echoes so magnificently around our house. Thank you for impromptu songs and your funny dances. Thank you for the many occasions when I have completely disproportionate reactions to there being a funny smell in the fridge, hair on the sofa. Thank you for just smiling and saying that we'll sort it together. Thank you for seeing every problem as a puzzle and for patiently reminding me all the time
Sounds a bit like Niall Williams, that.
that it's good to be puzzled sometimes. Sam, to have chosen you and been chosen by you is one of the great joys and wonders that makes my life so brilliant, you know. Now, I can't say the word husband without giggling yet, so for now, please raise your glasses to my wonderful Sam.
Yeah.
Yay, Sam.
Rosie's taken.
Not her drink.
Down in one.
Rosie's just taken a massive shit on my speech, so I hope you like disappointment.